for an ultimate entertainment experience. An all-round gist with your spicy honey drops and Radio King Classic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. for a thrilling ride. Don't miss the fun, excitement, and updates on Afinju Arena, only on Radio Afinju.
Apology for waiting, say
man. Well, not day.
Remount.
Now time to talk about life, love, and everything where they inside. No judgment, no filter. We dey talk am as it dey be.
The gathering of men that pour out their minds on issues surrounding relationship. It's always odd, deep, revealing, and educating.
Join Men Mount on Radio Afinju every Thursday for tori wey go make your body coolele. Abi you sef get experience wey you wan share? We dey there for you gidigba. Follow us for all our social media handle for Facebook, for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Wherever you're listening or watching Radio Afinju, the time is 3 p.m.
First, a look at the highlights. Presidency dismisses PDP's claims of interference in Edo election. IGP orders tight security for peaceful Eid al-Maulud celebrations. US denies claim CIA plotted to kill Venezuela president. A very good afternoon and welcome to the World News on Radio Afinju. My name is Stella Aderanti. The news in detail. The presidency has strongly denied claims by the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Edo State, accusing it of planning to interfere in next Saturday's election by using state machinery to favor the All Progressives Congress, APC. In a statement from the PDP chairman in Edo State, Anthony Azegbemi, in Benin, the party claimed it had uncovered a scheme involving the presidency through the National Security Advisor to provide financial support and state apparatus to Monday Okpebolo and the APC in an effort to secure their victory. Ezegbemi alleged that the presidency tasked the NSA to work with the Department of State Service and other security chiefs to execute the plan. However, reacting to the allegations, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Temitope Ajayi, described the claim as baseless and unfounded, emphasizing President Bola Tinubu's commitment to upholding democracy and the democratic process. Ajayi stated that the presidency will not engage in any illegal activities that compromise the integrity of elections, citing President Tinubu's track record as a steadfast Democrat. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has sued President Bola Tinubu, alleging his government's failure to reverse the increase in the pump price of petrol. SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Uluwadare, disclosing this in a statement, said the lawsuit was filed by SERAP against the president's failure to probe the allegations of corruption and mismanagement in the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. Joined in the suit filed at the Federal High Court, Abuja, as respondents are the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and the NNPCL. SERAP wants the court to compel President Tinubu to direct the NNPCL to reverse the unjust, illegal, unconstitutional and unreasonable increase in the price of petrol from 845 naira per litre to 600 naira per litre. It also asks the court to compel President Tinubu to direct Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and appropriate anti-corruption agencies to probe the allegations of corruption and mismanagement in the NNPC. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has assured citizens of the country of adequate security measures to ensure a peaceful and secure environment during the 2024 Eid al-Maulud celebrations. Consequently, the IGP has directed police, command CPs, and their respective zonal AIGs to ensure robust deployment of personnel and resources to high-risk areas, including major highways, places of worship, and public gathering points. A statement by Force PRO disclosing this reiterated the Nigeria Police Force commitment to safeguarding the public and preventing crime during and after the festive period. The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress in the 2023 election, Omoyele Sowore, has been released minutes after his arrest. It was earlier reported that Sowore was arrested earlier in the morning at Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos State. It was learned that his flight left Washington Dulles International Airport at 6:14 EDT and arrived in Lagos at about 9:43 a.m. Recall, on Thursday last week, a DSS memo ordering the arrest of Sowore upon his arrival in Nigeria was leaked. However, in a post via his official X handle, Sowore disclosed that he had been released by the Nigerian Immigration Service and his passport had been released to him after it was earlier confiscated. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says it has arrested an Ibadan, Oyo state-based businesswoman, Adewumi Dorcas, and an auto part dealer, Arinze Ora, over attempts to export consignments of opioids and cocaine to London, United Kingdom, and Congo-Brazzaville. Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, Femi Babafemi, who made this known in a statement, said NDLEA officers at the export shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, had intercepted the cargo going to the United Kingdom. He said a thorough search of the consignment revealed 924 bottles of codeine-based syrup weighing 135.70 kilograms and 5,250 tablets of Rohypnol were hidden in cartons of foodstuffs. According to the statements, the freight agent, Owojori Sunday, who presented the cargo for export, was promptly arrested. Away from Nigeria, the man who was arrested for attacking the Comoros president with a knife has been found dead in prison. The authorities there said the attack took place during a funeral for a well-known religious leader and injured President Azali Assoumani's hand. National Prosecutor Ali Junaid said that after being arrested, the attacker had been isolated in a cell to calm him down. He said a lifeless body was found lying on the floor of the cell while the 65-year-old president was doing well. Energy Minister Abubakar Anli said he was also at the press conference, which was attended by almost all government ministers. The motive for Friday's afternoon's attack is not clear, while the authorities are looking into it. Ballerina Michelle the Prince, who performed with Beyoncé and was seen by many as a trailblazer, has died at the age of 29. A spokesperson announced her death on her personal Instagram page, and in a statement, her family said she was an unforgettable inspiration to everyone who knew her or heard her story. The cause of the death has not been given. The Prince made a remarkable journey from suffering as an orphan in war-torn Sierra Leone to numerous accolades in the world of international dance. Her family said her death had been sudden, added that Michelle touched so many lives across the world. The Prince's sister, Mia the Prince, described being in a state of shock and deep sadness. Tributes have been pouring in, including from others in the ballet community. In Europe, Russia and Ukraine have exchanged 206 prisoners of war in a deal brokered by the United Arab Emirates. Russia's Ministry of Defense said its 103 released servicemen came from among those captured during the Kursk incursion. Last month, Ukrainian forces launched a surprise attack across the Russian border, advancing up to 18 miles into the Kursk region. Zelensky said those Ukrainians released included 82 privates and sergeants and 21 officers from the armed forces, National Guard, border guards, and police. He said they had been captured defending the regions of Kiev, Donetsk, Mariupol, Azovstal, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kharkiv. Russia said it released soldiers were in Belarus and would be given the necessary psychological and medical assistance and would be allowed to contact their relatives before being returned to Russia. 8 people have died overnight while trying to cross the Channel from France to England. French police said rescue services were alerted after the boat got into difficulty in waters north of Boulogne-sur-Mer in the northern Pas-de-Calais region. After one local time, it was reported that the rubber vessel had around 50 people on board and started to sink not long after leaving the coast. It comes less than 2 weeks after 12 people, including 6 children and a pregnant woman, died when a boat carrying dozens of migrants sank in what was the deadliest loss of life in the Channel this year. The French Coast Guard said the boat was seen heading towards a beach in the town of Ambleteuse, but rescue teams could not offer assistance from the sea. In the Americas, the United States has dismissed claims made by Venezuela that the CIA plotted to assassinate President Maduro and other top officials. According to the Interior Minister, 3 U.S. citizens, 2 Spaniards, and 1 Czech national have been arrested on suspicion of plotting to destabilize the country. Calling the detainees mercenaries, Diosdado Cabello claimed that the CIA is leading the operation and that hundreds of weapons had been seized. The U.S. rejected the claims, which came after Washington placed 16 senior government officials under sanctions, as categorically false. A spokesman for the State Department said a U.S. military member was being held and noted unconfirmed report of 2 additional U.S. citizens detained in Venezuela. Cabello responded by saying the detainees had contacted French mercenaries from Eastern Europe and were involved in an operation to try to attack Venezuela. Kamala Harris has conducted the first solo interview of her White House campaign since she took up the baton as the Democrats' presidential candidate nearly 2 months ago. The U.S. Vice President sat down with a local ABC news station in the key swing state of Pennsylvania to discuss the economy, a political vulnerability, and gun control. Reacting to the interview, her Republican rival, Donald Trump, said she had a very hard time answering the simplest of questions. Harris and Trump are in a dead heat in Pennsylvania and other battleground states ahead of November's White House election. In the Middle East, a long-range ballistic missile fired from Yemen has hit central Israel, sparking fire. According to the Israeli military, the missile triggered air raid sirens in Tel Aviv and across central Israel, including the Ben Gurion International Airport, sending residents running for shelter. There were no reports of casualties or damage, and the airport authority said normal operations resumed shortly after. They also showed images of a fragment that landed on an escalator in a train station in the central town of Modi'in. Israel's emergency services official Magen Adam said in a post on X that 9 people had suffered minor injuries as they sought shelter. The group's military spokesman, Yair Sari, announced that it had targeted a military position of the Israeli enemy in the Jaffa area with a new hypersonic ballistic missile that had managed to evade Israel's air defense systems. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said at the start of a cabinet meeting that the Houthis should have known by now that they charge a heavy price for any attempt to harm Israel. Hezbollah's deputy leader has warned Israel that a full-scale war on Lebanon would cause large losses on both sides and displace hundreds of thousands of more Israelis in the country's north. Naim Kazim's comment came as it was reported that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was on the verge of launching a broad and strong operation on the country's northern border with Lebanon. Hezbollah and the Israeli military have been trading near daily fire across the Israel-Lebanon border since Israel launched its deadly war on Gaza in October. The Lebanese armed group said its attack on Israel are in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza and would end as soon as Israeli troops end their war and withdraw from the coastal enclave. Talking sports, Lionel Messi dazzled in his return from injury, scoring 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes and adding an assist in Inter Miami's 3-1 Major League Soccer victory over the Philadelphia Union. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner had not played since injuring his right ankle during the Copa America final on July 14th when he helped Argentina to victory over Colombia. Since then, he had missed 8 MLS games for his club and this month's World Cup qualifiers for his country. Messi had not played for Inter since June 1st, but he did not miss a bit as he was inserted into the starting lineup. Miami coach Gerardo Martino was delighted to see his star come out feeling good after 90 minutes. Before we go, here again are the highlights. The presidency has strongly denied claims by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Edo State, accusing it of planning to interfere in next Saturday's election by using state machinery to favor the All Progressives Congress (APC). The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has assured citizens of the country of adequate security measures to ensure a peaceful and secure environment during the 2024 Eid al-Maulud celebrations. And from America, the United States has dismissed claims made by Venezuela that the CIA plotted to assassinate President Maduro and other top officials. And that was the world news on Radio Alfinju. To view our channel, please follow us